Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today while I share what I've learned up until this point about the 7 energy centers in the body and yoga, or movement with intention, which is basically what yoga is movement and breath with intention and focus. So today we are going to talk about the 7 energy centers in our body. Just like a river, we have energy flowing. Everything around us is constantly moving and vibrating at different frequencies, and so is our internal environments. So just like the river, it can become stuck or stagnant and not flowing or moving freely like it could be. And with our thoughts constantly running like a hamster on a wheel, our thoughts create feelings, and those feelings have physical responses in our bodies. So this is an opportunity on our mat or the carpet or your bed or wherever you choose to do this, inside, outside, to really harness and channel that energy in a positive way, to adjust and fine tune like an instrument of our internal world. So when we are playing our instrument to the external world around us, we can flow a little more harmoniously, and thus our creativity, our aliveness, our passion, our joy, these things that we want to feel and share with the world, by taking this time to go inward and fine tune our instruments, our internal environment, and really focus our energy on these 7 centers of our body, we can have a little more balance in our lives. So, I have done 80 hours of Alchemy of the Chakras, was the course where I learned about the 7 energy centers in the body. And then from there, I went on to a 200-hour yoga teacher training, and really increased and enhanced my skills in yoga. I still have a long way to go and a lot to learn, but in that amount of time, books I've read, practice, I decided that I would share some of this, the best to my ability, with others, because it has had such a tremendous impact on my life. So with that said, thank you, and come to a seated position on the floor or your mat. Place your hands on your knees or your thighs. Close your eyes. And find your breath. Just take a moment to bring your energy and your intention inward. Often throughout the day, with school, work, friends, family, relationships, a lot of our energy is focused outward. And when our energy is consistently being focused outward, our internal environment becomes depleted. So through the breath and through movement and taking the time out to have this time with ourselves, we get to harness and funnel that energy back inwards. And if you imagine your breath like waves crashing on the beach, on the in-breath, the waves are rolling in. On the exhale, they recede back out into the ocean. On the in-breath, that energy is just funneling in, rolling in, and on the exhale, releasing it back out. On the inhale, send that healing breath energy, expand your rib cage and your belly while keeping your tummy toned and your spine lengthen. Expand the chest, the rib cage, and the collarbones, and hold for a moment. And exhale, release the collarbones, the rib cage, the belly. Send it back out. Inhale, expand the ribs. Fill the belly. Fill the rib cage and the collarbones. Exhale, let it all go. So through our practice, with our awareness on our breath, maybe you can find your heartbeat. Maybe you can feel it, maybe you can hear it. Just bring awareness and notice any sensations going on in your body. Is there anywhere you're feeling stuck or stagnant? Anything that you need to let go of that you've been carrying around? I like to imagine you have, through life, you're carrying this backpack, and as things go on in our lives, we put brick by brick these emotional experiences in our backpack of life. And that backpack can get really heavy, and especially when you're out there trying to create and get through life, and your backpack gets really heavy. So this is a moment where we can take out brick by brick, maybe bringing awareness to something that we're carrying around, we're holding on to energetically in our body somewhere that's no longer serving us. These are the moments where we get to intentionally say, you know what, I want to take that brick out and I want to let it go. So bring your awareness to your toes, your ankles, your feet, your legs, your hips. And this energy center we call the root chakra, which is developed in childhood often, and it has to do with our sense of grounding and stability. So imagine that you have roots coming out of your tailbone and your legs and your ankles, just sending those roots down into the earth, deep down into the earth. This is a good, easy practice to do when you're not feeling grounded. Maybe you're traveling or you're feeling unstable in your life. Maybe there's a lot of change going on. Just taking a moment to imagine you have these roots, this connection to the earth. I like to keep a journal with me when I'm doing this. This is an old journal I had, and as I'm working through these energy centers, I like to journal things that come up for me, maybe that I want to let go of if I notice, oh, there's a brick I'm carrying around, oh, here's some energy that's stuck. And I like to write affirmations for each of these. So while I'm focusing my energy in this area, maybe you straighten your legs out, extend them out to the sides, begin to wake up this area, shift your weight back and forth. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, shift your weight over to the right. Opening up, lengthening, stretching and moving that energy. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, Shift your weight over to the left side. So not only, let's walk our hands forward, are we working with the root chakra, we are also opening up what is called the sacral chakra. So this is our center of energy, creativity, and emotions. So this is where we can store anything related to relationships, emotions, things like that. Our body just kind of stores these things in different places. And this is a way that we can communicate. Our body is communicating with us, and we get to listen. And just take a moment to move through, breathe into any tension or tightness you're feeling. In our busy lives, we often neglect ourselves first. Let's walk the hands back up and reach with the right arm over our left. We're also opening up our side, moving into the solar plexus. This is our sense of identity, how we project ourselves to the world. We're opening up this area, this energy center, finding movement. And let's reach with our left arm and shift over to the right side, extending the arm over our right leg, opening up the left side. And go ahead, come back to center. So before we move a lot into these areas, let's go ahead and bring our feet back in. If you can, have your feet touching either in a diamond shape or pull them in closer to into your hips here. And some affirmations that I like to set as I'm working through these for the root chakra, our center of grounding and stability. I set the intention to create more balance and stability in my life. So just close your eyes. Set the intention to create more balance and stability in my life. I am grounded, stable, and empowered to stand on my own 2 feet. Now if you imagine an orange light in your hip area, your reproductive system, your sacral chakra area. This is our center of emotions and creativity. By opening up and releasing this area of our bodies, we can work through and release some of the emotional stuff and open up our creative center, get things flowing. So let's bring our right knee in front of us and bring your right heel in and just gently walk forward If you can, extend your left leg out. I won't go too deep into this. I want to keep it really, really easy for people. Find what feels good to you. If you want to take your left foot and extend it out behind you, that's great too. This is called pigeon pose. If you want to just keep your leg out to the side, or if you want to just hang here. So finding what feels good to you. How far do you feel comfortable taking this? If you want to extend your left leg out. So now we're opening up the sacral chakra area, or our emotional energy center. Some affirmations that I set for myself. I set the intention to release any negative energy associated with past or present relationships. I am steady and balanced on the inside, no matter the conditions on the outside. Inhale, really breathe into the hip area. Exhale, walk the hands forward wherever you're at. Maybe you're sitting like this. Just go ahead and walk the hands forward. Now we're opening up the back side of our sacral chakra energy center. I listen to my body and I have a positive flow of communication with my inner guidance system. Inhale, let's walk the hands back up and bring your left foot back to the center. Release the right leg, and we're going to shift to the left side here. Extend the right leg out. If you would like to extend the leg behind you, that's okay too. I am passionate, creative, and empowered to manifest abundance from within. In our lives, we often hear the word no a lot growing up, and my belief is that is just people trying to keep us safe and protected, and sometimes that serves us and sometimes that can shut us down, and we stop being creative and we emotionally kind of shut down. So this way we get to work physically, releasing, opening up, and having new conversations with ourselves. Not everything everybody says has to become our truth. What kind of story do you want to create in your life? This is a good opportunity to use your journal and start writing, creating your own story. As we create our own story, those things begin to unfold on our outer world. As our inner world begins to change, our outer world begins to change. So go ahead and release the right foot here and extend both legs out in front of you. And like I said, this is just a very easy, gentle, we're not getting too much into the movement here, more focusing on bringing awareness to the energy centers and learning about what they are. So we covered our root, our grounding, our stability, we covered our emotional center, and now the solar plexus chakra. So lengthen your spine, extend your left leg and bend your right knee. Let's cross the right foot over the left knee. Reach the right arm behind you. Lengthen the spine. You can place your left elbow on your right knee, and we're just going to give a little twist. If you imagine you're like wringing out a rag, we're just kind of wringing out all that stuff we're carrying around, the self-doubt, the limiting beliefs. We're just wringing that out. So twisting poses and core strengthening poses, that's where we get to strengthen and reform our view of ourselves. So the color associated with this area, whether you choose to believe it or not, just imagine like a yellow light, like the sun, like this fiery orange yellow light in your core center. Exhale, straighten the right leg. The left foot goes on the opposite side of the right knee, and we're going to go for a gentle twist on the left side. I approach any issue with confidence, clarity, and grace. Go ahead and release. Let's scoot forward a little bit, lower down onto our back. We're just going to do some very easy core strengthening exercises and reach the arms up over the head. Engage the core. Just bring your energy to your core area and engage the core. Maybe lift your right foot off the ground. See how high you can lift it up. Maybe it's an inch. Maybe it's a few inches. We're just starting to wake up this area. Maybe you don't lift your feet off the ground. Just see, like, what am I capable of? What can I do? We often say, I can't do this, I can't do that, that's too hard. What can I do? And when we start asking ourselves questions like, what can I do? And what's possible? We begin to create this stronger sense of self. So just explore, find some movement here. Maybe you take your arms, reach them up to the ceiling, engage that core. Let's bend our knees. If you want to have your hands on your knees, or extend your legs up to the sky, the ceiling. And just explore, what can I do? What am I capable of? We're often capable of a lot more than we could ever imagine. And when we put the limiting beliefs on ourselves or accept the limiting beliefs of others, we really limit our growth. So just find movement here. Whatever feels good to you, just explore. Use this moment as you don't have to do what I'm doing. Just explore. What can I do? What am I capable of? If you'd like to have your legs extended to the ceiling, reach the arms forward, and on the exhale, engage the core into reach and hold. You might be a little shaky. Maybe your feet are on the ground. That's okay. They don't have to be up to the sky. And just a little tiny exhale, reach. Inhale, drop the shoulders. If it's easier for you, you can place your hands behind your head. And be sure not to pull on your neck, just adding for support. So it can look like this, it can look like this, it can look like this. Find what feels good to you. This is your canvas. This is your body, your canvas. And this is where we get intentional about what do I want to create? What am I capable of? And finding that movement with the breath. Inhale, dropping the shoulders. Exhale, reach. Inhale, dropping the shoulders. Exhale, reach. Inhale, dropping the shoulders. Exhale, reach. Inhale, drop the shoulders. Go ahead and continue lying on your back. If you'd like to keep your legs extended out in front of you, or have your feet together and your knees apart, continuing to release and open up that emotional creative center. And we're going to start moving into the heart energy center, the heart chakra area. So let's come up onto our elbows, gently rolling the shoulders back and opening the heart. Or, I didn't have a pillow. You can place a pillow underneath your shoulder area there. Let's lift our hips gently, pushing the floor away, lifting the hips, rolling the shoulders back. Sorry, little bears. Maybe you come up onto your palms, opening the heart center. This is our center of forgiveness, love. Let's go ahead and come back to a seated position. And sorry, the dog distracted me there. Let's bring our awareness back to our heart center and imagine a green glowing light expanding out from our heart, from our shoulders, from the back of our hearts. In physical movements to open up this area, we can cross our right arm underneath our left, whatever that looks like for you. It can be like so, it can, whatever's possible for you. Opening up the back of our heart center. Lengthen the spine. I set the intention to be open to receive love and abundance. I forgive myself. I forgive. And exhale and release. Open, reach. Exhale, dropping the palms down to the floor. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, dropping the palms down to the floor. Just waking up these centers. And back to the solar energy center, chakra. Bringing the awareness, engaging that core. I am confident and ready to express my life's purpose. I am confident. I am capable. I am worthy. I am confident. I am capable. I am worthy. So all these centers are connected. We're all one. So even if we bounce back and forth, it doesn't have to be in any certain order. I'm just bringing awareness to each of these areas. Let's reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, and now the right arm goes under the left. Did I do that? Right arm, left arm under. I totally got confused there. And just opening up that heart center again. I allow myself to experience and feel the love and the beauty that surrounds me in life. Let's go ahead and release the arms, reach behind your back, and if you can either grab a towel or a sock or grab your fingertips and open the heart, straighten the arms if that feels good. I allow myself to see, experience, and feel the love and beauty that surrounds me in life while opening my heart to love and beauty on the inside. These are just some affirmations that I wrote for myself. You can turn this into your own practice. Inhale. Exhale if you'd like to fold forward and go for a little bit more of a heart opener here, you can. And go ahead and come back up. I am grateful, courageous, and willing to open my heart to unconditional love. Really bring that in. Place your hands on your heart and send that love back in. I am grateful, courageous, and willing to open my heart to unconditional love. Bring your awareness to your breath. Send that healing energy anywhere that you might be feeling tension. Really just allowing that unconditional love. Being worthy of unconditional love. I am worthy. I am courageous. I am are powerful words. And when we say I am, whatever is followed by the words I am, we are speaking out to the world what we are creating. So if we say I am weak, I'm scared, I can't, I'm broke, I'm broken, or we can shift that to I am worthy, I am capable, I am powerful, I am abundant, I am love. Finding what feels good to you. So now we move up to our throat center. This is our throat chakra, our center of communication. If you imagine a turquoise blue light expanding, filling our neck and jaw area. If you're feeling any tension in this area, just rolling the neck gently back and forth, dropping the left ear to the left elbow, opening up the right side, breathing into it, dropping the chin to the chest. Inhale, exhale, really allowing that energy to move and release. Dropping, lift the head and drop the right ear to the right shoulder. And go ahead and just keep moving through that, bringing your attention to the neck area, our center of communication. What is it that you're holding on to? Is it negative beliefs and negative thoughts? Critical thinking? What kind of words are you speaking? Are you putting others down? Gossip? Judgment? Criticism? Maybe to yourself? When we hold a lot of negative thoughts, or surround ourselves with negative people, or watching a lot of news, all that negativity coming in from all areas, it's really, especially now, coming in like a flood, like a tidal wave of negativity at all directions. So this is where we really need to protect ourselves from what we take on and what we take in and what we really allow into our energy field. What we, if you imagine you have this energy field around you, what are you allowing into this energy field? And what are you putting into your body too? A lot of sugar and acidic beverages and foods. We're creating this chaos in our internal environment. And if you imagine like an engine to a Ferrari engine, this very high functioning vehicle, which is what we are. And when we pollute our thoughts and we pollute our environment, our engine can't perform like it is designed to do. And it's not that there's something wrong with us, that we are bad. It's we're not giving ourselves the tools to thrive. So if you have a high performance vehicle that runs on high performance gasoline and you are putting in diesel fuel or cheap gas, or just not maintaining it, the cylinders are misfiring, the engine just can't perform properly. It is designed to, but without the right tools and the right environment, our engine can't perform as it should. So some affirmations that I like to create for this area is, I speak what I want to create. If you'd like to write that down, go ahead and write it down. I speak what I want to create. What are you speaking out to the world? I trust myself. You can't trust anyone else if you don't trust yourself. So start there. I trust myself. I honor myself. I respect myself. If you don't respect yourself, how can you expect others to respect you? So it starts here. I respect myself. I set the intention to communicate in a positive, uplifting manner. No, we're not perfect. That might not happen all day, every day. But each day, each moment, we have another opportunity to start over. I release the guilt, the need to complain and criticize. And if you would like to, keep moving, you don't have to sit still. If you want to keep moving through this as I'm sharing this is a big area for me. It's where I've carried a lot of stuff, and I notice a lot of people do. So I'm going to talk here a little bit. So feel free to move around, soak it in. If you want to be journaling and writing, that's okay too. This is totally just free flowing right now. So I accept full responsibility for my own happiness and the words that I speak. Really digest that. I accept full responsibility for my own happiness and the words that I speak to myself and to others. Taking responsibility for our lives puts us in a more empowered role. I am able to clearly express myself and speak up about the truth that is important to me. One thing that I like to do while I'm reading this or saying these affirmations to myself, I like to do like pull-ups, push-ups, planks, things like that. So this is the heart and throat. We're really engaging the whole entire body. We're bringing all of those mechanisms together. The feet, the toes, see how I'm on my toes back here, the legs, I'm really engaging everything here. Maybe you're on your elbows, really engaging everything, the neck, the core, the heart, the legs. Exhale if you want to go into downward facing dog. These are just movements and poses with a name so people know what they're doing. Go ahead and roll forward. And if you're not participating in this, that's okay. You don't have to. You can do this on your knees, just rolling back and forth, dropping the chest, dropping the heart to the floor. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Come onto the toes, straighten the legs into a plank pose. Exhale, shift the hips back, slide the hips back, and drop the heart forward, downward facing dog. There's a few names for these poses. I'm just keeping it very simple right now. Rolling forward, drop the knees, sliding the hips back, dropping the heart. Shift the weight forward onto the elbows, extend the legs. Come into a plank pose here. We're really strengthening and engaging all of these areas. Maybe you find a little bit of movement. Feel free to play. What's possible? Allow yourself to play. Find movement. What feels good? What's possible? If you'd like, as we come forward into a plank, you can bring the right foot to the right palm, or just come back. Oh, this just feels good. Just waking the body up. Speak what I want to create. Let's walk the feet forward. Or if you're on your knees, that's okay. You can just do cat-cows. Opening up. Inhale. Exhale. If you're doing cat-cows, or maybe you're sitting and you're just walking your hands forward and back. So lots of options here. It's your world, your body. You're the creator. So you can do cat-cows. You can just focus on your breath and your energy centers. You can walk your feet forward into a forward fold. Inhale, exhale, and fold. Really releasing and letting go. Inhale, lift, circle the arms up. If you're sitting, go ahead, just circle the arms up. Exhale, dive forward and fold. Inhale, lift, circle the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Let's go ahead and come back to a seated pose if you're not already still here. And we're just going to keep moving that energy up. Now we're moving the energy to our, some people call the third eye. It's just our center of intuition and awareness. You don't have to call it the third eye. You can call it whatever you want. We're just bringing our intention, our awareness into our brain, into our center of intuition and awareness. If you bringing your awareness back to your breath. We are much more intuitive than we know or believe sometimes. This is our inner guidance system. Well, I believe our inner guidance system is just like our whole beingness. And sometimes we block that out and we don't listen, because we have so much information coming from the outside. So affirmations for our center of awareness and guidance I like are: I make choices that allow me to continue. Oh man, this is where like other people, I'm noticing my filter. I'm not sharing everything I want to share because I'm worrying about other people's belief systems. So what I have is I make choices that allow me to continue towards the light, towards being the light, whatever you want that to be. I'm not feeling shame about that, okay? I set the intention to listen to my inner guidance system and my intuition. We have this inner guidance system and the center of communication that's going on all throughout the day, every day. Sometimes we just block it out with sugar, with alcohol, with drugs, with food, with the news, whatever it is, just bombarding ourselves. So I set the intention to listen to my inner guidance system and intuition. How do we do that? This is one way. Closing your eyes, finding your breath. It doesn't have to be anything weird, creepy. It's just bringing your attention to your breath like the waves beating on the shore. I have clear communication with my inner guidance system and clearly see what is best for myself. Oftentimes, as I noticed for myself growing up, when other people are always making decisions for you and you don't really aren't really allowed the freedom to think for yourself, as an adult, that can impact your discernment and your judgment. And for the longest time, I noticed I always had to ask for permission or other people's opinions, and that can get really frustrating. And I developed a strong desire I want to be able to make my own decisions. I want to know what's right for me, and I want to follow and create my own path, not someone else's. And I want to know the difference between right and wrong, because we know. And this is where we get to listen and calibrate our compass. What is our compass? Where is our true north? I see past bitterness and judgment. I do not need other people's approval. This is where that brick in our backpack, those heavy bricks of other people's approval, maybe through the affirmations, through the journaling, through the movement. I like to do headstands when I'm here. Don't have to do headstands. I like to do headstands as I'm working through, and just it really helps me I'll do one, you don't have to do one, helps me bring my attention and my breath. Just kind of helps me see things from a different perspective, turning it upside down, seeing it from a different angle. So, then the crown chakra, that's the top of our head, and that is our connection to the universe, to the creator, to whatever your belief system is. It's okay. And you can filter out, maybe some of this doesn't resonate with you. That's okay. I said I would share it, so I'm sharing it. I'm not going to filter out and block anything because this might serve you. It might not, but it doesn't make sense to stop here. We move through all these energy centers of our creativity, our sense of grounding, our emotions, our love center, our heart, our center of communication. Why stop it there? Why cut it off? So yeah, our connection to the universe. So just bringing our awareness to imagining this light coming down through the crown of our head, just this light filling our body, this love, this healing energy. Doesn't have to be anything weird. It can just be this love pouring down onto the crown of our head. Just this sense of knowing that all is well, this sense of knowing that I am guided, I am safe, I am protected, I am loved. And affirmations I've written for myself. I set the intention to overcome disbelief that I can't have yoga. All yoga means is the state of bliss. So I embrace the ability to experience bliss, joy, union. I have complete self-knowledge, and I recognize all things are one. We are connected to the trees. We are connected to the earth. We are water. We are made of water. Our brain is mostly water. Our eyes, our lungs, our organs, we are water. We are one with the rivers, the trees, and the more we find this balance and harmony within, the more we start to recognize all things are connected. So my heart beats with the rhythm of the universe. And one last one. I release any and all restricting, negative, and limiting beliefs held in any part of my being beyond all space and time. I clear them now. So, thank you all for listening, participating. I hope this served you. I hope it helped. And if you have any questions or would like more, please let me know. And thank you again. Have a joyful day and go outside and drink water.